we want to highlight a couple for you here. Jamie Blair, her husband Greg, both killed in the weekend violence. The couple's family confirming that they are among the dead, and their children now without both of their parents. But there's a story to tell about the Blairs, and there is some hope to this story too. So stay with it through the end, if you will, as I introduce you to Jennifer McKay, who's my guest in Lower Onslow, about 5 minutes outside Truro in Nova Scotia. And what a pleasure to welcome you to the program, Jennifer. Thank you for being our guest.
Thank you.
You were a friend of Jamie Blair's, I know, connected through that great Canadian pastime of hockey. Tell me about sitting with her in the arena and sharing hockey games with Jamie.
Yeah, we had the pleasure of having our sons on the same hockey team this year. And Jamie, I mean, she's just Jamie. She's amazing. A great mom and very supportive of our hockey community. Our whole hockey family is saddened by the loss of a couple of hockey families from West Colchester. And but I was lucky enough to sit with Jamie on the bench to watch our sons play hockey this year. And we're going to all miss her dearly, for sure.
Absolutely. You ended up having another connection to that family and to this story. Did you know, before we get to the operation and Zoey, did you know that they had been killed prior to this time?
No. What happened, where I guess I started to be involved, early Sunday morning, we knew something was going on. My husband and father are volunteer firefighters, and the station had been taken over by the RCMP as a safe spot. So we knew that something big was going on. And then I, about 10 minutes later, received a phone call from, I guess you call him a colleague of mine, RCMP officer Rodney McDonald. We've worked on a few cases together before, and so he called my personal cell phone Sunday morning and explained to me that there was a dog that needed my help. This dog belonged to 3 boys who had just lost their parents and absolutely everything else in their lives. And they were going in, they were sending an ERT team in to extract the dog, and would I meet them at my veterinary hospital in Bible Hill as soon as they could get the dog there.
Central Nova Animal Hospital, where you work, where you practice veterinary medicine. So in you go on this rush call. Maybe we can pull up this picture. The dog that's there is Zoey, and there is Zoey, who is a 9-year-old miniature pincer. And you're operating on Zoey for what kind of injuries?
So Zoey received a gunshot wound to her hind end. And I got to say, upon hearing that I was dealing with a smaller dog with a gunshot wound coming in, your hope isn't great at this point. So when fire rescue actually delivered her to me, and she was in shock but alive, I was really pleasantly surprised. And so we took her in. My technician came in with me because due to COVID restrictions, we're very minimal staff as well. So Renee Garbus came in with me, and we headed to surgery pretty much right away after placing our IV line and getting her some support because she had such damage to her hind end from the gunshot wound.
And in the middle of the surgery, as I understand it, you learned who the owners of this dog are and were, that this is the Blair family pet. What was that moment like, that recognition like?
It definitely took a moment. Renee definitely had to help hold me together there. She, upon realizing who she was, it just brought so much more to the whole entire situation for all of us. It's pretty tough, but then you have to put yourself in a place where you know that you can do this one good thing for this family, and you hope that that the outcome is good, and in the end, luckily, it was.
I'll bet you were not going to lose that dog. There was no way you were losing that dog, Jennifer.
We were definitely going to do everything within our power to keep this dog alive for those boys, for sure.
And you have, and have you heard about the boys and how they have reacted to knowing that they have Zoey?
Yeah. I mean, we live in such a small town. This community, everybody knows everyone. And so I have been able to talk to the oldest son, Ty, and update them on Zoey on Sunday. And he was very thankful. And I think we did bring a little bit of relief to them with that phone call. And then through friends, I've been able to send them a few pictures and videos of her doing well post-operatively. And she's actually walking around yesterday and today and starting to eat and doing quite well.
Isn't that fantastic? So much more than a pet. I mean, as I was saying at the outset, this has become such a symbol and something good in all of this sadness. How do you see it?
Definitely, it's the one small thing that I'm so happy we could do for one of the families. It's small, but it's become important, and I'm just really glad that the outcome was what it was, because it's nice to be able to do something for them, for sure.
Congratulations to you for doing that.
Thank
I
you.
know there's so many people wanting to send money and look after Zoey, and then she's become so much more than just something of importance to that family, for the province probably.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, people are calling wanting to pay for her bills, and of course there is no bill, but I do encourage people, if they want to do something. The Blair family has set up a GoFundMe page for the kids. Just throw your money that way. Help the kids, help the families, help those that are remaining, because they're going to need a lot of help going forward. So.
Yours is a beautiful story, the connection to this and the hope and some joy you've brought to that family in so much tragic circumstance. Thanks, Jennifer McKay. Nice to meet you, and thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you
Appreciate
very much. Take care.